Ẹ̀kálẹ́ o, ẹ̀káàárọ̀, ẹ̀káàsán, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are all over the globe. My name is Honorable Chief Dr. Femi Odumade from Kikida Ope TV. We are here once again, as we used to be, on YouTube to address current issues as it's going on in our country, Nigeria. We thank you all for listening to our programs, and we welcome new subscribers. Please share these programs for others to benefit and for them to make comments for us to make improvements. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ń wò wá, tẹ́ ẹ ń gbọ́ wá láti Kìkìdá Ọpẹ́ TV, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gidigidi. A sì tún rọ̀ yín kí ẹ máa bá wa pín ètò wa yìí, kí ẹ máa share ẹ̀, kí ẹ dẹ̀ máa comment, kí gbogbo a lè mọ bó nǹkan ṣe ń lọ sí àti káwa náà mọ bá máa ṣe máa gbìyànjú sí i lórí àwọn ètò gbogbo nǹkan tó ń lọ lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa ní lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run wípé ìjọba tuntun ó ti dé sí orílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà, ohun ọ̀tun ti dé, ìlọsíwájú ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà nìyẹn. We thank God Almighty for giving us a new government in Nigeria, and it is our hope that as this new government of President Bola Tinubu started since May 29, new and better things have started in Nigeria. And in fact, we could see from onset steps that the new president is taking or are taking. Let's take for instance, because these are programs will not be long for people to be more interested, so that we won't take much of their times. As one of the steps that the president took as he resumed office is a laudable issue of student loan in our educational systems, the return of student loan to Nigeria. Many of our current students may not know that student loans have been in existence in Nigeria before. Now, it's not a new program. In the First Republic, we were having student loans in Nigeria. Funding of education. Nigeria is not new to government funding education. As we all know, in the old Western region, it is total free education. Free education from primary school level to wherever. Then at the tertiary level is peanuts and a host of scholarships, series of scholarships. So students were enjoying. So those of us who went to universities in the 70s, will tell you what it means to be in the university. You will be encouraged to be in the university. you access various sources of funds. You have bursary, state bursary, federal loan, student loan, everything. Vacation job during holidays for you to make money. Right from the university, people were distributed to various offices, allocated to various offices for vacation job. You come back with money to assist yourself. All these are gone. Tí mo ń sọ ni wípé a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ààrẹ wa tuntun Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè á dúró tì yín fún ìgbésẹ̀ tán gbé láti dá student loan padà. Kò ń ṣe pé ó jẹ́ nǹkan tuntun kí a dẹ̀ ná owó sórí àwọn ọmọléèwé àbí ẹ̀kọ́. Ó ti wà láti ìgbà tíjọba bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní First Republic, pàápàá ní ìpínlẹ̀ ìwọ̀ oòrùn ìpínlẹ̀ Yorùbá láyé gbà àwọn action group iléèwé ọ̀fẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ títí dé àwọn tó tún lọ sí yunifásitì ń gbà yẹn náà. Oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà lọ́gbà ń gba owó. Bursary wà, ẹ̀tọ́ pẹ̀lú owó ìrànlọ́wọ́, bursary láti ọwọ́ ìjọba. Student loan ti wà náà ń gbà yẹn kó tó di wípé gbogbo ẹ̀ dojúrú láyé ìgbà àwọn ológun. Àwọn ológun tó dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ ìjọba lórí ìpínlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà, àwọn lọ́dà lúrú irú mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká rírú ẹ̀ mọ́. Àwọn náà dá orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, àwọn náà dàrú. Wọ́n dé látòrí Aguiyi-Ironsi, ó kọ́ dàbí ìṣèjọba wa rú. Ìṣèjọba wa bá ṣe ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ tó ń lọ tí ìpínlẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan tó mọ bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe ìjọba wọn. Àwọn ológun náà dàrú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wípé ń ṣe lọ́mọ kankan ṣe. Ìjọba agídí tó ń ṣe. Gbogbo wọn wọ́n dá gbogbo ẹ̀rú yẹ́lẹyẹ̀lẹ mọ́ wa lọ. Wọ́n dá ẹ̀kọ́ rú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n mọ iye ẹ̀kọ́. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba Tinubu tuntun tó dé tó ń rò láti ilẹ̀ pẹ̀pẹ̀pẹ̀pẹ̀ ìjọba wọn tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí o. Yes, a gbọ́dọ̀ rí sọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ because ìlú tí ìṣètò ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀ bá mẹ́hẹ̀ẹ́, ìlú yẹn ò lè ní lọ síwájú. Ìlú tó jẹ́ wípé àwọn ọmọ olówó nìkan ló lè ní àǹfààní àti lọ ka ìwé tó bá wù wọ́n, lọ kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ tó bá wù wọ́n. Táwọn ọmọ mẹ̀kúnnù tó máa di kíní, ìlú yẹn lè tètè ní lọ síwájú. A gbọ́dọ̀ fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa ní ìrànlọ́wọ́ tó péye tó dọ́gba tó lúkálukú máa ní àǹfààní sí ẹ̀kọ́ iléèwé ẹ̀kọ́ gíga. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba yìí. Now the student loan is here now. The bill has been passed. Then we will implore the government. I will trust this government that the implementation will be properly handled. It is one thing to have a bill. It's another thing to plan it very well. To plan it very well for every student that are in need, we access this loan. The Nigerian syndrome of, it is Nigeria lawa. The Nigerian syndrome should not come into this. There should be no no room for bribery and corruption before people will accept these things. And everything has to start right from the planning and foundation of the fund. We should start on a clean slate. Start on a clean slate. And for students to be able to access right from through their university to the board and their guarantors or whatever, whichever method. It is not a new thing. All over the world, all over the Western world, you have student loan to access so that you have no limit to your quest for education. Up to PhD level, there is provision for loan. Diploma level, provision for loan. At every level, there is provision for loan all over the Western world. So we thank our new government for signing this thing into bill, even though the bill has been there. The immediate past president never valued it. If not, he should have signed this thing before he left. He should have signed this thing before he left, the student loan issue. Ohun tí à ń sọ ni wípé a dúpẹ́ pé ìjọba wa tuntun ti bọ́wọ́ lu sọ̀wédòfin yáwó kàwé fún àwọn ọmọléèwé kí wọ́n lè ní àǹfààní àti yá owó lọ́wọ́ ìjọba láti kàwé débi kíbi tó bá wù wọ́n ní gbogbo àgbáláyé, ní London, ní Amẹ́ríkà, ní Canada, ní Australia, ní Europe, ní all over the world. Gbogbo ibẹ̀ ló ti ń yáwó kàwé. Gbogbo ibẹ̀ ló ti ń yáwó kàwé. Kò ń ṣe ní yunifásitì nìkan, ọkàn má rò pé ọmọ yunifásitì nìkan ló ń yáwó kàwé. Àwọn colleges of tech, NCE ni o, College of Tech ni o, School of kíní kan ni o, gbogbo diploma ni o, wọ́n máa ń yáwó. Kí wọ́n máa dẹ̀ gbé ṣọwọ́ kúrúdú wọ̀ gbà tí àwọn ọmọ bá ti gbéwé wọn wọlé through iléèwé wọn, láti iléèwé wọn wọ́n á gba fọ́ọ̀mù, wọ́n á ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tó bá ti gbé wọlé tó ti lọ síbi tó máa ti ṣe. Nídà ti débẹ̀ kí list wọn tó tún padà sí iléèwé wọn iye tán yá olúkálukú láti fi kàwé. Owó tó máa ń yá wọn kan ṣe lórí tuition fee nìkan. It's not on tuition fee alone. The loan is not on tuition fee alone. It makes provisions for the students to buy materials, books and materials. It's not only on tuition fee. It must enable them to buy books, materials, live comfortably in school, accommodation and feeding. It covers all. They have to survive. If you give them loan only on tuition and whatever, and you don't give them, and it does not cover their feeding and others, it is useless. So for those who are going to be in charge of this fund, should be more open-minded. Should look very well into the issue and make provisions for everything that will make a student comfortable in school. Then this provision will cover from the beginning of the course to the end. Then it does not finish there. After assessing loan, after coming out of the university or whichever course you take the loan for, how do they pay the loan back? What killed the previous student loan was the inability of the people in charge to get the loans back. Maybe the government will create another body that will monitor the return of student loan. Because if the loans are not returned, it means problems will occur. Future students will not be able to access loans. If the loans taken are not refunded, there must be refund of loans. And so there must be ways, methods of recouping these loans back from the beneficiaries. However, loans may not be paid back because all these things is a complete program. For a student to access loan, fine. For the student to pay the loan back, after graduation, graduates must be employed. So as you are planning to give them loan, right now start planning to give them job. Somebody that access loan and has no job will not pay back the loan. Nothing anybody can do. Because if the family is comfortable enough before, they may not even ask for a loan. Now that a student accesses the loan, graduated, and has no job, how do we expect such a student to pay back the loan? So, the government, as you are planning to give loan, right now planning to create more jobs. And for more jobs to come, because the government alone cannot provide this job. All over the world, the government does not provide job for everybody. All over the world, the private sector of the economy, the economy must be rejuvenated. The economy must be rejuvenated. If not, the loans will not be refunded. So as you are planning, you are not going to give loan, then how do we create jobs? And you cannot create jobs without creating social facilities, social infrastructures that will assist private sector to provide these jobs. So the issue of creating loan services and to refund it and to create job is a complex issue. We have to take an holistic view of the whole economy. We need to plan properly. It's not an issue you just rush into in order to fulfill a political promise. This is not an issue of fulfilling political promises. Rather, it's a right of the people, and once it's going to be provided, other things that goes along with it should be done to make it easy for those who are accessing the loan to pay it back. Anybody that has a job will be happy to pay. In the Western world, the rate at which they refund loans is so easy that you will not even feel that you are refunding loan. They remove the loan, you pay it with ease, with joy and happiness, because the rate at which they take is not even up to 1%. They may say you pay for 25 years and you'll be paying gradually. Some people will pay their own under 2 years. They are done. Get out of that one. But that because there is job to pay it back. And there will be no job if there is no provision for social infrastructures to enable private sector to come in to develop their businesses and attract foreign investors. And all this will not be possible if the issue of security, is not handled with all seriousness, because nobody will come to invest in a country that is not settled. So you can agree with me that this issue, we may think it is a very simple matter. It is not simple. It is simple when the economy is settled. It is simple when the country is in peace. People will come, they do business, everybody will be happy, nobody will complain. Then people will assess the loan and they will pay it back. And as they pay back, more people will continue to benefit, and it will be a recurring sigma. There must be proper planning of the economy. Proper planning of the economy to make this thing feasible and a lasting solution to part of our educational problems for the poor people, poor students, indigent students. And if the economy is good, that is another step that the government could introduce to make our educational system more comfortable for our students. This happens all over the world. Step 2, and that is giving students opportunity to work while in school. Opportunity to work while in school. In the Western world, every week, they may say students will have opportunity to do 20 hours of work. Pay them per hour. All over the world. That plus whatever shifts you can pick as a student. You see Nigerians coming overseas to study. They come and they allow them to come with their wives and their children, or with their husbands and their children, because they make provisions for them to work. They say they give them work permit. They work. They pay rent. This is not student loan. This is working permit. They work. They continue paying school fees. They will eat. They will live comfortable. They will still send money home. This too can happen in Nigeria. It is part of relief to students. Not only foreign students, all students have the opportunity to work limited hours in a week. Limited hours in a week, translating into a month with an hourly rate. Whichever method that we are going to do it in Nigeria, our legislators should think about this to introduce a bill to enable students to work in Nigeria and give them more relief. Students that are studying and are working will not have time to be member of cultists. They will be called. It is where you don't have something doing. You have time to go to meetings as a secret meetings as a cultist. There are ways of improving our educational systems. So the new administration should look into this also as part of funding and giving students relief. Ohun tí mò ń sọ ní tí à ń sọ ní Kìkìdá Ọpẹ́ TV ni wípé bí ìjọba wa ti ṣe gbìyànjú tó yìí sìn ó dáa gan-an, ṣùgbọ́n kò tán síbẹ̀ o. Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ wá ọ̀nà tí àwọn ọmọ tó bá kàwé ìtàn bọ́ máa ṣe ríṣẹ́. Ìgbà tó bá ríṣẹ́ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́ máa lè dáwó padà o. Ìgbà tó bá dẹ̀ ń dáwó padà làwọn ọmọ tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn tó ń kàwé máa rí yá o. Kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n máa sọ di national cake o. Káàkiri àgbáláyé náà ti ń ṣe, wọ́n fi ṣe national cake o. Wàá yá owó kàwé, wàá dá padà. But èèyàn ò lè dáwó padà láì níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. Ìjọba gbọ́dọ̀ gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tí iṣẹ́ máa fi wà jaburata. Iṣẹ́ ò dẹ̀ lè wà jaburata láì jẹ́ wípé gbogbo nǹkan tó máa jẹ́ kí gbogbo ohun amáyérọrùn tó máa jẹ́ kí ilé iṣẹ́ wáyé gbọ́dọ̀ wà. Iná tí ó kù 24 hours 247 tó ṣẹ́jú pín gbọ́dọ̀ wà. Àwọn oníṣẹ́ aládàáni tí wọ́n bá fi dísù ṣiṣẹ́, ìyàtọ̀ wà ní pé kán máa lo iná ìjọba àbí iná tí àwọn private sector bá dálẹ̀. Àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba, wọ́n ti sign electricity bill into law. So gbà tí iléeṣẹ́ bá wà títí wà tí gbogbo ẹ wà, àwọn èèyàn á dáṣẹ́lẹ̀. Tí wọ́n bá dáṣẹ́lẹ̀, àwọn ọmọ tó jáde wọ̀nyí wọ́n á ríṣẹ́ ṣe. So ìrìn àjò pé wọ́n máa fún wọn ní student loan, ìgbésẹ̀ kan náà sì gbé ń bẹ̀ o. Bó ṣe ní kú sọ́nà bí èéfín là ń sọ yìí, tó máa continue, tó máa lọ láti táwọn kan bá gbà, àwọn míì á máa gbà, wọ́n máa gbà lọ́dọọdún, gbogbo á máa lọ yìn, á máa yìn. Àwọn tó ń gbà tó ń jáde á máa dáwó padà. Owó á máa wà ní àkáǹtì yẹn láti máa rí fún àwọn ọmọléèwé tuntun. Ẹ bá wa gbé, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wà ní ìjọba sìn, ẹ lọ jókòó kán plan ẹ̀ dáadáa, kán fi gbé kalẹ̀ dáadáa. Bó ṣe ó wà ní káàkiri àgbáláyé, ńṣe lọ́ fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ dáadáa ni o. Ó ti wà rí ní ìpínlẹ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà o. Ó kú sọ́nà bí èéfín ni o. Wọ́n ti jí dìde sìn. Ètò jí dìde yìí má jẹ́ òkú o. President Bola Tinubu, àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gidigidi. Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ kò ń ṣoníṣẹ́ o. Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ kò ń ṣoníṣẹ́. Ẹ bá wa ronú gidigidi. àwọn tó máa wà nídìí nǹkan yìí kò ṣe àwọn jẹgúdújẹrá. Kí owó yìí kó délẹ̀, kó dé ọwọ́ àwọn ọmọ tó ní. Tó bá dẹ̀ dé ọwọ́ wọn, ètò kó máa lọ bó ṣe máa dá padà. Tí ó bá di wípé ó máa nílọ síwájú ní òrèkóòrè, eléyìí là ní kí a wá bára wa sọ bó ṣe fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí, bá ṣe jọ máa jókòó tá a máa jọ gbé yẹ̀wò tó máa rọ gbogbo mẹ̀túnmẹ́wàá lọ́rùn ni a ní kí a bára wa sọ. Ẹ ṣé gan bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń gbọ́ wa lórí Kìkìdá Ọpẹ́ TV. Torí a bá rí comment tẹ́ fẹ́, ẹ máa send comment tí a máa ń kà á. Bá a bá ṣe ń kà á, gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá sọ, a máa ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí. By the grace of God, we will continue to bring more programs, interesting programs that will benefit the nation, because Kìkìdá Ọpẹ́ TV is meant for family improvement, societal improvement, and community improvement, so that everybody will benefit on various issues ranging from food, preparation of food, upbringing of children, everything that will create a better future for Nigeria. We thank you all for listening. God Almighty will be with everybody. Once again, my name is Honorable Chief Dr. Femi Odumade of the Kìkìdá Ọpẹ́ TV. We'll continue to bring more interesting programs. Thank you all. God bless you.